Restart?
Yes.
Let the secretary call roll.
Ms. Peace, Ms. Driver,
Here.
Mr. Munger,
Here.
Mr. Patel,
Here.
Mr. Reed,
Here.
Mr. Underwood, Mr. Weisman,
Here.
Ms. White,
Here.
Mr. Wood.
Here. I'd like to ask Ms. White if she'd lead us in invocation, please.
Please join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, we are so grateful this week for the semi-quincentennial of our nation. And as we reflect on the great gifts we have been given and entrusted to us, we remember the sacrifices of those who came before us. And it is only through their sacrifices that we live in the country that we do today with the freedoms that we enjoy. And we understand that the best way we can show our gratitude is to live lives worthy of those sacrifices. So in all that we do in this city, to serve our community and through this board, we ask for your guidance and your wisdom that we might live those lives worthy of those sacrifices. We thank you for our country, and we ask for your guidance and your blessings on those who are in leadership. These things we pray in your name. Amen.
Amen. Would Mr. Weisman, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Prior to this meeting, each one of the commissioners were given minutes to the June meeting. If there are no changes in the minutes, I'll entertain a motion to approve as they are written.
Motion to approve.
Or motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. We had two cases tonight that's been continued to August the 3rd. One of them is an Inverness Point Drive subdivision, and the other one is a 900 Concourse Parkway Community Center. If you have an interest in either one of those cases, you need to be here next month. No new notices will go out. If you got a notice last time, you won't get one this time since we're announcing it at this meeting. So if you have an interest in those cases, be here at 6 o'clock on August the 3rd. Any questions to what I've just said? Okay, we had three cases that were continued from June. We'll take those first three cases in order that we were continued. First one is C052611 Affinity Hospital, 2137 Valleydale Road. Property located at 2137 Valleydale Road, zoning C2, Commercial Community Business District. Conditional use approval to develop and operate a freestanding emergency department. Staff has some comments they'd like to make.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair. Upon receipt of the application and ancillary items, and after communicating with Shelby County on this matter, since Valleydale Road is Shelby County's to maintain, staff is at a point where we would recommend approval contingent on the following. One, that the applicant obtain Shelby County approvals and permits for access and grading on their right-of-way in Valleydale Road. Two, any revisions needed to the traffic study are addressed to the satisfaction of the city engineer. Three, provide revised landscape plans with altered plant schedule and adequate parking screening at the time of permitting. Four, permit plans for the site and building are in substantial conformity to the conditional use plans. And lastly, operator receives certificate of occupancy and business license prior to operating. This property is located in an area that the comprehensive plan supports commercial development in.
Okay. Who's here representing this case? Come down and tell us your name and address and tell us exactly what you got in mind, please, sir.
Good afternoon. I'm Ian Anderson, Callis Design Group. I am a applicant for Grandview Medical Center. currently at 5100 Tennessee Avenue. This project proposes an approximate 11,000 square foot freestanding emergency room. This will be a 24/7, 365 facility that is associated with Grandview Medical Center. If patients come in and need a higher level of acuity, they could be transferred via ambulance to the main hospital. We're proposing two connections, one to Valleydale Road, which will be a right-in, right-out. That was what Mr. Barton mentioned that got squared away with Shelby County today. And there's also one connecting to the east at that Circle K intersection. It'll come out to a full signalized intersection. The reason is we just really needed two access points just for the emergency nature of this facility. So you'll also see there's a helipad associated with this. This is required by the state of Alabama. And like Mac mentioned, C2 zoning, and we just need a conditional use for the hospital use of this facility. Proposing 52 parking spaces with a required 56, and we'll be treating stormwater via 2 underground detention systems. And that is a general overview of the project.
Okay. Do you have any questions from anyone on the planning commission?
Mr. Chair, a couple of questions. I noticed that there are some lots at the back end of this property. I'll just ask our staff, what do we know about the zoning of those lots, and have we heard from any of the owners with respect to this development?
Immediately to the south of this site, you do have several residential lots. Those lots are located within the town limits of Indian Springs Village, and they're zoned for single-family purposes in Indian Springs Village. We, as part of our notification procedures, we send notice to all owners within 500 feet of the surrounding the property. And really it doesn't matter what jurisdiction they're in. If you're within 500 feet, you get a notice.
And what kind of buffer will there be between the development and those lots?
There is required to be a 25-foot undisturbed buffer along the back of the lot. And in addition to that, a 25-foot landscape buffer that is replanted. And they have accounted for that on the plan. Those areas that they are going to be disturbing and replanting in the landscape buffer, they're going with a mix of tree cover.
Okay,
Those are my questions, Mr. Chair.
okay. Any other questions?
Mr. Chairman, I have a few questions for the applicant. I'm concerned about the right-in, right-out driveway and the design thereof. It's just, I recognize you've got grading issues, and so that probably dictated the radii for that. But I'm curious, did you consider a right-in only? Looking at the traffic study, you don't need it from a warranting standpoint. And what has your conversation with Shelby County been regarding that design?
So one of the big things for the owner is getting ambulances in and out of here as quickly as possible. And if you look on the left side of the building, that is where ambulances pick up and drop off. There's a canopy on that side. So the thought is come right off, right in, loop around to the ambulance drive, and then they can go out as quickly as possible and not have to circulate around all the other pedestrian traffic and other patients that could be coming in there.
So will there'll be ambulances that dwell on site and go out as an emergency call? Or are they only coming in as
No,
an emergency call?
they only come in, and usually they only pick up from these facilities. I'm not saying all the time, but most of the time it is pickups only. So it's usually, they want the quickest way to get in and out. And this site is extremely steep. It's on the side of a mountain, basically. So there are some very tight constraints when it comes to grading roadways and how those tie down to Valleydale Road. So we had to take all that into account, and we're talking with Shelby County and the city of Hoover. This is the layout that we came up with that satisfied both the owners and mostly the county and city as well.
Okay. So it's, just to sum that up, because the traffic study, you're projecting 2 vehicles exiting in your peak hour from the right out. So it's totally driven by the emergency vehicles. Is
Correct.
that-
And if there's an accident, say at that Circle K signalized intersection, and they need to get a patient out faster, it's just an extra way for them to get in and out of the facility with other people. Because, I mean, these emergency facilities, there's a lot of people that come in and they are stressed out and probably not driving the best. So it's always good to have a few more opportunities for them to get out. The owner really wanted a full access on Valleydale Road or to that existing stub out that crosses with the Lowe's intersection. But it just, we weren't able to work that out with Shelby County.
So that was my other question. The ability to tie to the driveway opposite the Lowe's, is that constrained by the topography?
It is, and also it would involve a lot of signal modifications because based on the traffic study that we did, or that our consultant did, we will already have to modify the signal at the Circle K intersection.
Okay. And I guess you're making progress in your permitting with the county?
We have only submitted to them conceptually. We have not formally submitted to them. We were trying to see how this conditional use goes because the project dies without the conditional
Okay.
use of this property.
I had a question, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
You mentioned 52 or 56 parking spots?
52 spaces.
Okay, what is the estimated amount of employees peak and off-peak?
I believe there's 12 exam rooms and 2 doctors, so probably peak staff and nobody from the facilities here. So this is just what I've worked on throughout the country, but I would say probably peak staff is around 20-ish is what you could expect, and that's probably not factoring in any deliveries or med gas or anything like that they're doing.
I have a question, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Are you okay with all the conditions staff has placed on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Any other questions? Anybody in the audience? Will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the submission with staff comments. The 5 conditions have been placed on the site.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carried. Good luck to you. The next case tonight that was left over was a subdivision case. It's S 062612, a resurvey of lot I-65C of Ross Bridge, final map. Property locations at 1798 Glasscock Trail. Zoning is PR1, planned single family, Ross Bridge PUD. The request is to vacate and dedicate a sewer easement. Staff comments, recommends approval contingent on the following: submit a sign to Mylar. Who's representing this case?
I am, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, Alex Smith with QS Construction.
Okay? You're just going to vacate and dedicate a new sewer easement,
Yes.
okay? Any questions on this case? We heard it last month. I think we got a lot of answers for it already. Anyone in the audience? Okay, I need you to come down and give us your name and address, please, sir. Right here. Just give us your name and address, please, sir.
Sure. It's Arnold Sony, and I'm the neighbor at 1799 Glasgow Trail. Just wanted to make sure, is there going to be anything done on our lot as this is being vacated and resurveyed?
No, there won't be anything on your lot.
And the access, it's a cul-de-sac, so the access coming into our driveway, will there be anything done on the access coming in?
Say that one more time.
It's a cul-de-sac.
Yes.
So I think the sewer easement's going to be coming in from the main road. So if that's going to be worked on, what's the time frame?
I don't think it's going to be worked on. I think what it's doing is correcting and putting an easement in the correct location. And it was in the wrong location. I think that's all we're doing. Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay, so we're just putting the easement where it is, where all the pipe is located currently. They just
Okay.
put the pipe in the wrong place, and they're putting the easement on top of the pipe.
Okay, thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve S-0626-12.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you. Next case is S-062617, the preserve resurvey of lots 510, 511, 536, 637, 618, and 619. Final map. This is located in the Preserve Way. It's a planned single-family preserve PUD. The purpose of this plat is to designate lots 510, 511, 536, 537, 618, and 619 to cottage lots. Staff recommends approval contingent on the submitting a signed Mylar. Who's representing this case? Mr. Easley. And we had a lot of discussion on this in work session. Do we have any more questions on this one?
I do, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
If Mr. Easley doesn't mind coming down. So, Mr. Easley, I live in one of the cottage lots in one of the older sectors of the preserve, so I'm familiar with the easement set up there. What I'm struggling with a little bit is understanding why this would be needed on these lots. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Holland Homes is building the houses on these lots, and they've got these lots set up. I think what they're trying to do is give everybody a bigger side yard. And so they've got these houses set up, paired together, where they're trying to get a bigger lot or bigger usable yard for the lot that's the beneficiary of the side yard easement. And so they have a house plan developed for each one of these lots that are on here, and in addition, lot 620, that are laid out so that everybody has a good yard, in their mind, a good yard. And so that's the reason for it. I did check with them after your question in work session. All of the houses that are under contract, the prospective purchasers have signed an agreement to get the side yard easement added to each lot or taken from their lot or added on their lot. So anyway, everybody that's involved knows what's going on and has signed off on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Anybody in the audience? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the submission S-0626-17.
Motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Good luck to you. At this point in time, we have, at our work session, we've satisfied ourselves with the rest of the subdivision cases tonight. And so I will be reading those, and we will be voting on those as in a block. Unless you have a question about something that I have read, we'll move it to the end of the agenda. Is there any questions about what I've just said? Okay, first case tonight is S-072618, Alltech subdivision, final map. It's a property located at 33 Inverness Center Parkway. It's zoned planned office, Inverness PUD, and it's to consolidate 2 lots into 1. Staff recommends approval contingent on the following. Submit a signed Marley. Who's here representing this case? Just give us your name, and you don't have to come down, sir.
I'm Chris Eckert with Caprine Engineering.
Okay. Any comments on this case? Okay. The next case is S-072619, a resurvey of lots 12 and 13, Cahaba River Estates, final map. Property locations 1162 and 1180, Cahaba River Estates. Zoning is RE, Equestrian District. Request to alter lot lines between lots 12 and 13 of Cahaba River Estates. Staff comments, recommends approval. Who's here representing this case? Okay, we got that? Okay. We're good. Any comments on this case? We're good. The next case is S 072620, Black Ridge South Phase 11, resurvey number 2, final map, and it is property located at the end of Butler Road. It is a planned single-family MD Black Ridge PUD. This is to reconfigure lot lines on lot 2159 and create a common area CA of 96G. Staff recommends approval. Who's here representing this case? Mr. Easley. Any comments on this case? Anybody on planning commission? Anybody in the audience? Okay. Next case is S 072621, Everly Phase 5C, Sector 1, final map. Property located at the north of Olivewood Drive in Everly, single-family Everly PUD. Staff recommends approval contingent on the following. The developer will submit a surety in the city in the amount of $184,000. Who's representing this case?
Bob Easley.
You're okay with $184,000?
Yes.
Surety. Any comments from planning commission? Anybody in the audience? All right, the last subdivision case tonight is S 072623, Foothills of Black Ridge resurvey of lots 355 through 359, final map. Planned single-family Black Ridge PUD, the resurvey 5 lots into 4 lots. Staff recommends approval. Who's here representing this case? Mr. Easley. Any comments on this case? Anybody in the audience? Any comments on any of the 5 cases that I've read on subdivisions? I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve subdivision cases S 0726-18, S 0726-19, S 0726-20, S 0726-21, and S 0726-23 with staff comments as noted in the agenda.
Okay.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carried. Next cases tonight are conditional use cases, and that's, the first one is C 072613, 3309 Lorna Road, Key Advantage Home Care. It's located at 3309 Lorna Road, Suite 203, and the staff has some comments they want to make.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have reviewed the packet that was submitted for this particular case, and they are looking to locate a day habilitation and respite services program at this location, 3309 Lorna Road, Suite 203. This is a suite on the north end of that shopping center. I think the anchor tenant was at one time Bargain Hunt near the intersection of Lorna Road and Rocky Ridge Road. And we've reviewed the packet, and we have the following recommendation. We recommend approval of this application contingent on the following. 1, that the maximum number of customers on site is capped at 15. 2, the interior of the building unit is developed out in conformance with adopted building and fire codes for this particular use. 3rd, any future exterior site work will require modified conditional use application and site civil plans. 4, the day habilitation program aspect of the business, whereby customers are present, operates within the hours of 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, as presented in the application, and no overnight use is permitted. And finally, that the operator will acquire a business license and certificate of occupancy prior to opening. This particular location in the comprehensive plan has mixed-use commercial being supported.
Okay. You have somebody developer want to come down and tell us what you got in mind in this case? If you would, give us your name and address, please.
My name is Sean Williams. My address for our office location is 3049 John Hawkins. We're over in the Sam's Plaza. That's where our office is located. We are a state Alabama Department of Mental Health licensed facility. We have 2 group homes over in the Silver Creek subdivision of Alabaster. Our homes do house 3 individuals certified. These are intellectual disability individuals, not substance abuse. They mainly have lower IQs. We do have some individuals that work at Publix over in Alabaster or Home Depot. They utilize jobs and they have positions or program is to help them transition. Some of them do not know how to fill out applications, certain type of life skills. So that's what day habilitation will give them access to. Fishing license, things that normal we're able to do on our own, they will kind of require your assistance. These programs are usually governed by the state. That's who we get our licensure for. And the state only gives us 5 hours a day on our authorization for 1 individual. Right now, my own individuals that are housed in our residential will be there because they have actual family in the Hoover area. So it's easier. Daily activities, a typical day, they go out on outings, they would go bowling, they would go to do fishing license, they would go to change their address, things that we kind of do on a normal without assistance is things that they would do in day habilitation.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Anybody in the audience? Sounds like a good thing that you're doing. You gotta be proud of that. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval for conditional use case C0726-13 for approval with staff's comment.
Okay, I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
A motion second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Good luck to
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Last case tonight is, there's not a number on it. Black Ridge South, Helena Sector. Do we not have a number for this one? No number. Well, that's different. Approval of public right-of-way and intersect improvements. Staff's got some comments they'd like to make.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this is coming before you, given that it is an improvement to the location, character, or extent of a public roadway. There is a new subdivision being contemplated by Signature Homes for property that is located within the city of Helena. Access to this property will be a connector street intersecting with Black Ridge Parkway and an existing intersection with Clifton Road. And the intersection itself and the access point to Black Ridge Parkway is located within the city limits of Hoover. So that is why it's coming before you tonight. Staff has reviewed the case, and we recommend approval contingent on the following. 1, that any of the following items are planned to be constructed or implemented, then at that time, Signature Homes will be responsible for having a full traffic impact study to include signal warrant analysis performed at the intersection of Black Ridge Parkway and Shelby County Road 52 to determine if a signal is needed based on the warrant analysis or if the intersection achieving acceptable level of service. 1A, completion of Black Ridge Parkway from Shelby County Road 52 to South Sagecrest Road, whether the private sector of Black Ridge has its gates opened or closed. Or 1B, restricting access through the gate near the CSX railroad tracks for the Black Ridge South Plan Unit development. Or 1C, prior to the full build-out of any commercial development that would access Black Ridge Parkway between County Road 52 and the railroad tracks or the Helena District. If at that time a signal is warranted and approved by Shelby County, Signature Homes will be responsible for the cost of materials and installation. Signature Homes shall perform all necessary coordination with Shelby County Highway Department and satisfy all requirements of that agency at that time. 2, prior to the full build-out of any additional development to be constructed by Signature Homes in the city of Helena District that would tie to Black Ridge Parkway, Signature Homes will be responsible for having a full traffic impact study with signal warrant analysis performed at that time.
Okay. Got somebody who want to talk on the behalf of developers?
Yeah, hey, good evening. Jonathan Belcher with Signature Homes, 3545 Market Street, Hoover. I have no problem with any of the requirements on there. I would say, though, that we already have a bond in place with Shelby County, $584,000 for the intersection. They have made it clear with us that they will not permit any installation of a signal until the development is 100% complete. And then they will have us perform a traffic study there as well. So we'll comply, and sounds like we'll be doing multiple traffic studies, but Shelby County's made it clear with us that until it's finished, they're not going to do any forecasting studies, and they're in charge of whether or not we put in the intersection.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Any questions from Planning Commission?
Just a question for staff real quick. So to be clear, are we requiring additional traffic studies beyond those that are being required by Shelby County already?
No.
Okay. So it's the same traffic study that
It's,
Mr. Belcher's describing?
it's from our conversation, our brief, well, Mr. Belcher and I, we've exchanged voicemails, but it's my understanding that you've already gotten a study in place that you'd submitted to Shelby County that you can submit to us with this and taken into account.
Yeah, we can share what we have today. That's fine. The way I interpreted the contingencies was that when any of those items occur, we need to submit an additional traffic study.
That's correct. So that is an additional, but at the same time, you're also going to do additional study at the end, and we, don't know. Yes, there's an additional traffic study, but at some point in time, if the county wants the signal to be activated, there would have to be that signal study, the traffic study in place.
So potentially, depending on how many of these things are executed and the timing of those, we could be requiring 3 or 4 complete traffic studies?
I think A, B, and C are things that if this happens, then you need to do a traffic study. If all 3 of these things happen, I guess potentially you could, but we just want to make sure that things that are developed, that the things that are developed are properly taken into account in the traffic study.
But this traffic light basically is their jurisdiction. It's the Shelby County's jurisdiction, correct?
The permitting of it is, yes, sir, and so is County Road 52.
Right.
After it's constructed and accepted, the city of Hoover will maintain the signal.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Chair, just one point of clarification. Has Shelby County made it clear to the city that they will not accept a study prior to 100% build-out?
That has not been personally communicated to me, but we've had a lot of discussion about the traffic study and depending on, the traffic conditions that are there. But it's my understanding, as it stands today, like Mr. Belcher said, there's a bond on file with the county, and at the appropriate time, the signal will be constructed. When traffic warrants it, I guess.
Well, the county has made it clear too, even if it's warranted, they may not require the installation of it. They will go before their body, the Shelby County Commission, before that's required. That's what they've informed us.
Any other questions? Anybody in the audience? I'll entertain a motion. I need a motion.
Mr. Chair, I recommend approval of the Black Ridge South Helena Sector roadway intersection improvements application with staff comments.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Nay? No. Motion carries.
Thank you.
We're adjourned.
The back and forth with Shelby County has been pretty extreme.
They should be happy some of those